Hello and welcome to the LittleAutisticMe Podcast. My name is David and I'm a 40-something-year-old late diagnosed autistic male. I live in England in the United Kingdom, but I was born in Scotland. I have never done anything like this before and quite frankly I am very nervous, so please bear with me. This is an introductory episode and it will be used to explain what this podcast will be about and why I am making it. There are many autism-focused podcasts on the internet. Some give factual information, some are used to share the podcast creators' views and experiences, and some do both. I decided to create this podcast to share my own experiences with anyone who wants to hear about them. I hope that by doing this, somebody might feel less alone or may find it useful in some way. If this podcast helps even one person, then I will be happy. I first realised that I might be autistic when I was 38 or 39. I had been watching a TV show featuring the Chasers. Anne Hegarty was talking about how being sociable affects her as an autistic person. This resonated very strongly with me. To everything she said, my response was, me too. The exhaustion, the need to get out of a social situation immediately, as she called it, decompression time, and the avoidance of social situations in the first place. Anne's words metaphorically turned on the light bulb above my head, like you see in cartoons. That was the start of my journey. By the way, I really don't like that word used in this context. I will detail my experiences of the diagnosis process in the next episode. Suffice it to say, it was not particularly pleasant. In future episodes, I also plan to talk about the struggles I have faced and continue to face in my life. I will cover health issues, socialising issues, stuff to do with the perception of autistic people, discrimination, and probably many other things. This podcast will contain very little music and no sound effects, shouting, or any loud noises. This is a conscious decision because I have auditory processing issues. I have struggled to listen to other podcasts because of this. To some, it may make it boring, but as the saying goes, you can't please all the people all the time. As I've already said, I'm just starting out with this. I am not a professional and I will probably make mistakes. If you have any suggestions on how to improve or what subjects to cover, please use the links in the show notes to get in touch. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for the next episode. The music used in this podcast is by Circle Note Music, and you can find them on Bandcamp at circlenote.bandcamp.com or using the link in the show notes below. Thank you for listening. I hope you have found this episode interesting or useful. If you have, please subscribe and stay tuned for the next episode.